Hello, and welcome to Chabot News for November 8th, 2017. My name is Ariel, and in today's news, we will be covering the debate over privacy and national security. In entertainment, Avier will be talking about the possible Twilight Zone's comeback, and Dan will be discussing about the World Series. All that and more on Chabot News. In a recent podcast with Politico Money, Kevin Hassett, chairman of the Council of Economic Advisors, CEA, suggested that a federal program should be formed to offer government jobs to citizens who are affected by long-term unemployment, and in turn, government workers could segue into the private sector. The CEA is an organization set within the Executive Office of the President and counsels the President on both domestic and international policies relating to the economy. Suggestions are based on economic research and empirical evidence. Moreover, Hassett continued to discuss benefits that the new tax reform would have on the economy. He is quoted stating that, "You do not really need to have a big growth effect to have Secretary Mnuchin be correct." Yet Hassett also discussed his book from 2004, Dow 36,000, which saw the continued success of the dot-com era. But that bubble burst in a pretty spectacular fashion. With the Russian investigation looming over Trump's presidency, the debate over privacy and national security continues. The current conflict suggests that the administration colluded with Russia in a hacking scheme to alter the election results in Trump's favor. A Pew Research article by Carol Doherty, titled "The National Security and Civil Liberties in Post-9/11 Era," highlighted that Republicans were 72% more concerned in 2012 about privacy intrusions during a Democratic presidency compared to 39% of Republicans who were apprehensive during the former Republican Bush administration. The political officiation might convince people more than the issue itself. Moreover, last year, encryption innovator Phil Zimmerman suggested that sometimes in a democracy, bad people can be elected. If they inherit a technology infrastructure, a surveillance infrastructure like we have constructed, they can use that to hang on to power. So the crux of the privacy and national security conversation might hinge on who holds that power. Now we're going to throw it over to Cody, who is reporting from South Hayward BART.
Thanks, Ariel. A person was robbed, then carjacked Friday morning at BART's South Hayward station, police said Sunday. A man approached the victim as she was walking away from her vehicle. The suspect was holding a large wrench and grabbed the victim's arm to stop her while demanding her property. Police said the victim gave the man her purse and keys, and the man immediately used the keys to get into her vehicle and drove away. The victim was not injured. Police said officers who responded did not find the suspect. Back to you, Ariel.
Thanks, Cody. Harvey Weinstein accuser Rose McGowan is facing arrest after airport police found traces of narcotics in belongings she left behind at Washington Dulles International Airport. After she arrived on a flight from Los Angeles earlier this year, McGowan has accused Weinstein of raping her in 1997 and claims that one of the disgraced producer's close associates offered her $1 million to remain silent about the assault. McGowan tweeted, "Are they trying to silence me? There is a warrant out for my arrest in Virginia. What a load of horse-ish." It appears this saga will never end. The thorns are here now, says Mrs. Rose, and we are not going away. Now here's Avier with entertainment.
TV viewers should be prepared they might be heading back to the Twilight Zone. CBS Corp CEO Leslie Moonves announced last Thursday that the reboot of the classic sci-fi series was in the works. After Jordan Peele's immense success earlier this year with his solo directorial debut Get Out, CBS is looking at Jordan Peele for possibly taking on the reboot. Sources say the new show hails from Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw banner, with Marco Ramirez to write the script and serve as the showrunner. CBS last tried to revive the Twilight Zone in 2012 when the studio teamed with Bryan Singer of X-Men to develop the new version of the anthology. CBS All Access has yet to make an official statement of the reboot, which looks promising. Netflix is cutting ties with House of Cards star Kevin Spacey as the growing number of sexual harassment allegations continue to grow. Netflix made it clear in an official statement that Netflix will not be involved with any further production of House of Cards that includes Kevin Spacey. MRC, the company who produces House of Cards, shortly announced Kevin being suspended from the series while they investigate into the allegations. News that the show would be ending after season 6 was made public the following days after Netflix announced their separation from MRC's production of House of Cards. Spacey is currently seeking unspecified treatment, according to a statement from the representative released on Wednesday. That's all for entertainment today. Back to you, Ariel.
Thanks, Avier. Halloween night brought terror to the town of Alameda as a large group of teenagers took to the streets and stole a lot more than candy from citizens. Last Tuesday, around 8:30 p.m., the first incident of thievery occurred as a group of 3 masked teens struck a Hayward woman from behind before running off with her purse. The woman thankfully was not injured, but was the first victim of many. Throughout the night, Alameda police force were continued to receive similar calls. Purses, laptops, and cell phones seemed to have been the target of the teens, some of which were wearing clown masks and traveling in packs of 50 or more. Starbucks across the city were hit, as well as random civilians walking down Park Street. Nobody has been reported injured from the crime spree, and no subjects have been named at this time. But the Alameda law enforcement is encouraging anybody with information to contact them immediately at 510-337-8340. Now here's Will reporting from Mount Eden High School.
The Hayward community is in shock after the discovery of a racist display in the bathroom at Mount Eden High School. School officials sent home a notice about the disturbing display of hate. Displayed with several nooses made out of paper towels that were hung. When school officials found out, they immediately closed the bathroom, removed the display, and quickly found the student responsible. We recognize that the hateful display can make members of our community feel targeted and unsafe, school officials said in the statement. The response continues to say that the school denounces such acts and that this incident could be learning opportunity for students. Back to you, Ariel.
Thanks, Will. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for marijuana smokers in the Bay Area, as the recreational drug has just made its way to the altar. Coachella Valley Church in San Jose is making headlines as they fight to keep their religious practice, Rastafari, federally recognized. And yes, part of their belief is enjoying a joint or two during service. The church has been in service since May of this year and has since been going back and forth with the city of San Jose as officials insist on referring to their church as a dispensary. Yes, the church does sell marijuana and THC-infused products. However, members of the church claim it is for religious reasons and not because they need an excuse to get high every Sunday. City officials are highly concerned about the operation, as being registered as a church means that they are exempt from city laws, such as no smoking in public and meeting the required age of 21. Co-director Donnie Lords explained in an interview last week, this is a new thing, so a lot of people don't know where the gray area is. Now here's Dan with last week's sports.
In one of the most evenly matched, hard-fought, and thrilling World Series of all time, it's fitting that fans were treated to a winner-take-all Game 7. In the end, it's Houston that gets to celebrate. The Astros are World Series champions for the first time in franchise history, defeating the Dodgers 5-1 in Game 7, completing a false classic for the ages. These 7 games were full of dramatic comebacks and power, as both teams combined to set the record for most home runs in a single World Series. This has arguably been the most entertaining World Series in history. LeBron James had a game for the ages Friday night as he took it upon himself to turn the Cleveland Cavaliers season around. LeBron dropped 57 points to help the Cavs in a 4-game losing streak by beating the Washington Wizards 130-122. This scoring output was the second highest total of LeBron's NBA career and an NBA best this season. The whole team came to play in what was viewed as a must-win game, as Derrick Rose had 20 points and Shade Crowder pitched in with 17 points. The game was no walk in the park though, as the Wizards are always a tough opponent. This win bumped Cleveland's lackluster record up to 4-5 as they try and build up some momentum going forward. Back to you, Ariel.
Thanks, Dan. The Tyrese drama continues. His self-video regarding baby mama drama has gone viral, with him having a meltdown and saying, "Please don't take my baby from me." Now that he is an estranged boyfriend and misplaced father, he is now back to attacking The Rock again. Tyrese's rants about not wanting to join the next installment of Fast and Furious if Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson joins is the last straw. People in his inner circle are stating that he is suffering from depression and needs professional help. Well, whatever the case, his attempts at corporal punishment to his daughter and punishment from The Rock seems to be enough to make him drive away and never come back. Maybe he can be the next bad guy for the next Fast and Furious. That wraps it up for Chabot News this week. Thanks to all the students and staff in the Mass Communications Department here at Chabot College for making this production possible. You can watch us anytime online at youtube.com/ChabotTV. Stay tuned to KCTH Channel 27 for more Chabot TV.